Welcome back to the Weather Shed. I'm your chief prognosticator, weather interpreter, veteran storm chaser, and lifelong Iowan, Clarence Smith. And well, it's been probably almost 2 weeks since our last video, and that's because the weather really hasn't done much, as it really hasn't all fall, which I guess is for the most part a good thing, although being a little dry. We've had temperatures at or well above average, though we did have our first freeze back on October 16th, which this was just purely luck and coincidental. I had told my wife a month in advance that the first freeze would happen on October 16th, so I guess I got some street cred with her anyway. Not saying I'm a savant, clairvoyant, even though my name's Clarence. Just luck, maybe with a little bit of experience thrown in. But anyway, moving on. Like I said, great temperatures. This is a look at what our highs were today here across Iowa. Really exceptional, except for maybe Burlington. I don't know. That's kind of sketch. I don't, for late October, that's not really very fun. But anyway, looking ahead, as we have in a lot of our last videos, this is the temperature anomaly. Looking forward at 850 millibars, 850 millibars right up there. A rough way of thinking of that is what's the temperature 1,000 feet above the ground on average, and comparing those temperatures to average, warmer colors being above, cooler below. And you can see we're predominantly going to be warm here through probably most of next week above average. A few days where it's at or maybe a hair below average. Thing I want to point at as we get into just past Halloween, into the 1st of November, out here in the western states, there's a big blue blob that looks like is going to affect our weather going into November. So that's going to mean a couple things. Potentially much cooler temperatures, but that transition from warm, stable weather to cool, unstable weather can mean storms. And I've actually been thinking this for a few weeks now. I have yet to chase a storm in November. It's the last month to check off my list. And it's been a long time since we've had a good severe weather event. And by good, I mean bad for most people in Iowa in November. So it could be very early, maybe a weekend, I'm not sure. But my gut's telling me, and that's mostly what I'm going off here, is we could see a severe weather event in November because we just haven't had that big cold front come through yet, where you have like a tornado watch in southeast Iowa and a winter storm watch in northwest Iowa. Those days are very exciting from a weather perspective. I know it's terrible for most people, but we haven't had that strong crashing cold front yet that I look forward to changing that season and really setting into fall and giving us maybe a hint of winter. It's a long ways out. It's over a week. Don't put a lot of weight and, truth to this, but just something to be mindful of. Climate Prediction Center, their 8 to 14 day outlook has us expected to be above, maybe well above average for temperatures, but also precipitation, which a lot of the fields have been harvested. That's good news. I bet a lot more is going to get harvested here this week and weekend. There will be a little bit of a hiccup though. Thursday night into Friday morning, we're expected to see some showers, maybe some light storms. This is the GFS model, the American model, showing that precipitation coming through overnight. And the totals from that same model showing an inch here across central Iowa, 3/4 of an inch. Could happen. But the European model, they have something else to say about it. They're putting most of the heavy rain down in Missouri and Illinois. Maybe just south of the Quad Cities, around Burlington, you'd pick up an inch or more. In general, we tend to look at the European model as being a little more reliable in terms of temperatures and precipitation amounts. If you watch a lot of like Ryan Hall or Max Velocity, they're almost always showing the European model as well for that reason. So it's kind of strange that the European model would be better at predicting American weather. Maybe it's the opposite. I doubt it, but who knows. I just want to show both models just to give you an idea. It's not just set in stone by one set of data versus another. So, and what you've all tuned into based on the title and thumbnail, what we are looking at for Halloween. I have great news. Temperatures look to be fantastic. This is for the 30th, the day before Halloween, but it's important to the Des Moines Metro and Central Iowa because many communities celebrate Beggar's Night. If you don't know, basically, I don't know, a century ago, there was a bunch of toilet paper throwing and vandalism, so the city decided, well, let's throw everyone off guard and celebrate trick-or-treating and everything the day before Halloween, and they'll never catch on. So that makes total sense. And they've just kept it. I think it's stupid, antiquated, and they should put trick-or-treating back on the proper Halloween. But that's beside the point. Temperatures looking great, and also on Halloween, maybe just a tad cooler up in northwest Iowa. Maybe a sign of that front that I mentioned coming through. But central and eastern Iowa looking great. No winter coats needed. But there is something a little frightful, and that is the prospect of rain. I know, totally ruins the costume when you have to cover up, and you may not even want to go out for at all if it's pouring cats and dogs. I love Halloween. I hate to see this, but this is potential precipitation. This is quite a few days out. Things can certainly change for better or worse, but we're looking at, according to the European model, rain for Beggar's Night across central and eastern Iowa, and perhaps even on Halloween across far eastern Iowa, places like Dubuque, Davenport, Burlington, maybe some residual stuff there in north central Iowa. Just want to preface once more time, this is a long ways out, but this is kind of a first look at the potential weather looking forward for trick-or-treaters and those celebrating the Halloween holiday. Thanks again for tuning in. If you haven't already, subscribe, hit that like button. And for this video especially, I'd like you to leave a comment of where you're viewing from. I'd like to get a sense of the communities in Iowa that are watching this video. And if you're outside of the state, leave a comment too. I'd like to see if anyone outside in the U.S. or even across the globe is tuning in. So thanks for watching. Have a wonderful night. We'll see you in the next video.